Today the funeral for Reuben E. Natan was held. Thousands of guests were in attendance at the funeral, including Sir Elton John, who created a deep, stirring funeral dirge for Reuben, which would later be used to revitalize his career. Arnold Schwarzenegger, who performed a stirring and beautiful interpretive dance in front of Reuben's motionless corpse, and Tom Cruise, who calmed the fuck down for 12 minutes in order to pay his respects. But let us now take a look back at the life and times of Reuben E. Natan.
So, I was going to be born at Jefferson Hospital, but my mother was in labor for well over a week. So, they kicked us out and I was birthed in the backyard. It's pretty cool, you know, being birthed next to ants and ladybugs. Really classy. The real Jew way to be born.
So this is the fire pit that I was birthed in as a child. Jefferson Hospital can suck it, because this is pristine. You see it? Wonderful. Imagine just flopping out of the womb in this thing. Just pure goodness. Kosher goodness, to be precise. Also, this is the stick that my dad used to recreate Act 1, Part 1, Scene 1 in The Lion King. The scene where Rafiki lifts Simba above his head for all to see. Next, we have this table. The one that my father stood on to recreate Act 1, Part 1, Scene 1 of The Lion King. It was a beautiful moment.
Now, you're asking me about my son, Reuben. Well, when he was born, he was a little slow. Now, I'm not saying he was mentally challenged or that he got hit in the head with a brick when he was 5 years old because it took him 5 hours to get changed. No, I'm not saying that at all. All I'm saying is that he was slow. Slower than normal. Now, son, Reuben, I hope you're listening to your dad here. I'm going to give you some advice. When you go on to college next year, I hope that you don't have classes before 3 p.m. in the afternoon.
I would take my time getting ready for everything. Getting ready for a test. Combing my luscious locks. By the way, I need a haircut. Memorizing lines. Getting ready for a test. Biting my toenails. Oh yeah, and doing that awkward stuff that I shouldn't mention on camera. Yeah.
Reuben spent the majority of his childhood playing baseball, going hunting in the Appalachian Mountains, and overall being what is known as a very loud individual. Of course, that doesn't mean he didn't take his sweet time during each and every fucking endeavor.
War's a science.
That takes all the fun out of it right there.
It's fun if you win. War is... Damn it! What's the line?
War is an ethical dilemma.
No, not that.
War is a philosophical conundrum.
No.
War is two friends trying to get the white gumball at Gaetanos. Aha!
War is a science.
Oh, fuck.
What are you wearing? Question mark.
Hello. Oh, Reuben E. Natan. What could I say about Reuben? Well, when I first met Reuben, I thought he was an alright kid. You know, a little odd, sort of slow. But overall, you know, not a bad egg. This all, of course, changed when I started giving him some bigger roles in some of the fall shows and spring musicals, like when he was Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof. God, what a train wreck. But, of course, you know, he did jazz the audience, so I kept giving him bigger parts. Actually, now that I come to think of it, not much has really changed since he's been here at East. He's still odd, still incredibly slow with his lines. I mean, it's the week before we open, and here he is, "Oh, Mr. Weaver, what's my next line? I don't know my cues." You know, that reminds me of a story.
Also, this is the chair. This one, the green one, yeah. That's the one that I first got my first kiss on, from Jenny Appleseed. Just kidding, it was a Jewish girl. It was a good kosher kiss.
Reuben E. Natan? That kid is awesome.
Fucking whack job, though, but still a great kid and a hard worker. Can be pretty slow at times, though, like when I'm trying to lock the school up after a rehearsal and he's still in costume. What's the deal? But he's still a great kid, and I'm glad that I could have got to know him over the past few years. Also, have you ever had Honeycrisp apples? They're the best! Son of a bitch!
And speaking of awkward positions, my wife.
Acting, I believe, requires lots and lots of emotion. I mean, lots and lots of it. And projection! Lots of projection! You just gotta have projection! I mean, if your audience isn't afraid by how loud you are, you're not doing your job as an artist. Next question. James Lipton.
How? Oh, hello. I didn't see you there, kiddies. It's me, Christopher Walken. Today is interesting. It's story time. Now, the story I have for you today is about two mice. They fall into a bucket of cream. The first mouse, he gives up immediately and he drowns. The second mouse, let's just say, he keeps on fighting until eventually the cream, it turns into butter and he walks out safely. I like to think that I am the second mouse. But this guy, Reuben, I keep on hearing his name. I like to think he'll become something, but he's the type of guy that believes that Moby Dick is a venereal disease. He's just, cornflakes. But I do like to believe he's the second mouse. Although I've heard many things about this kid Reuben, I hear he's very slow. His line memorization is very slow. He's just slow. But if he ever tries to become as big as me, I'll drop him in a bigger bucket of cream. I have many different types of cream. A sour cream, whipped cream, walking cream, and soon I'll have Reuben e. Natan cream. Meantime, kiddies, I've got bigger fish to fry.
At least the left one is, not so much righty. But that brings me back to Reuben. So overall, I guess he's an alright guy. But don't get me wrong, there are plenty of kids in D-Wing I prefer. Like Mike Bono.
Right here? This branch? Yeah, that was where I first saw life. Ever. You know, my first animal? Ever. I popped out of the womb right there. Bam! There was a little birdie chilling on that branch. I looked up like, oh, I'm little Reuben Natan. Bam! I see a bird. Did you guys do that when you popped out of the womb? Heck no. I don't think so. These are flowers. You know where I saw those? When I popped out of the womb. Basically, if you really want to see life, you hang out in one of the Natan family's backyards and you wait for a real birth to come along. None of that crappy, like, chilling behind glass, watching it pop out of the womb thing in the hospitals. No. You go to a backyard. End of discussion. I'm gonna go be Reuben. See you later.
Unfortunately, Reuben passed away recently. When he was still the only person in the changing room after performance, a bear broke into the theater and mauled him to death. Unfortunately, there are no witnesses, but police are very certain that it was, in fact, a bear. However, we are here to honor the legacy and history of this beloved, respected, esteemed, and very slow pillar of the international theater and arts community. Reuben, you will be missed.
Alright. It's done.
We're done?
Yeah.
Yes! Yes! I can't believe we're finally done this goddamn thing. So what do we have to do now? Do we just have to
I think that we just gotta export it, put it onto DVD, and then we just gotta, put it in the
What the
envelope.
fuck is going on here? Yeah, me and Jeff need some money for college, and so we decided to make a movie about your life. But to make sure it sells and stuff like that, we decided that, unfortunately, you're gonna have to die at the end.
Wait a minute, what?
Hasadiga evil wife. What? When God fucks you in the butt. Hasadiga evil wife. Fuck God right back in his cunt. Hasadiga evil wife.
See, now I'm gonna ramble again, which is really awkward because I don't know what I'm doing. And I like it when people slap me with wet mackerels because I find it very arousing. And Joey is standing in a very awkward position.
Some of them are tending to babies. That's horrible. I know. Here's the butcher, he has AIDS. Here's the teacher, she has AIDS. Here's the doctor, he has AIDS. Here's my daughter, she has AIDS. Wonderful disposition.
Hi, I'm Troy McClure.
Hey.
That was intended to be sexual innuendo. I don't know if you guys caught it because it wasn't very good. I'm going to keep talking despite the fact that I have no thoughts in my head. Joey put her shirt down. And what else does Weaver do? Oh my god, he does this constantly. What are you doing? What are you doing? I wish I had a can of peanuts right now because he has peanuts. Yeah, so I'm going to keep rambling for a couple more seconds. Jesus Christ, your nipples are hard, Joey.